Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you so much for joining. We'll wait for a couple of seconds so that people who are waiting can join us instantly, and then we can proceed with the next steps or the next slides or the introduction and other part. So we'll wait for a second, maybe 2-3 seconds more. Okay, I hope we should start now. By the time we introduce, I am sure people will keep joining. Thank you so much for joining in on time. As you all have seen, today's topic, autonomous vulnerability remediations, which we talk about securing your application and API. So we have our speakers. We have Nitya Kumar, who is our Director Enterprise Sales with an experience of 16 years in IT industry with a high technology sales specialized, and he comes with a lot of good track record on driving complex business high value deals across the industry. We also have Rajesh Kumar. Rajesh is not available today, so we have Rahul, who has joined us on behalf of Rajesh. Rajesh is a manager cloud cybersecurity, and Rahul is currently who will be part of this discussion. He is a BDM for Liatech, and he's been there for 2 years with them. I am the Alliance Director for Indusface. I will hand it over to Rahul to talk about Liatech. Probably he can take it up. Hi, Rahul. I hope you can hear me. Please go ahead with your next slide.
Yeah, sure. Thank you. Thank you, Newton. So, okay. Good afternoon, everyone. It's a real pleasure to be here today. Thank you all for joining us. Let me just take a few minutes and to walk you through, what's Liatech. So, our approach is always beyond trusted innovations, blending advanced tech with skill talent, whether it's a cybersecurity or IT infrastructure. Our goal is to improve client operations and to keep them above threats. So, Liatech was founded in 2016, and over the last 9 years, we have grown from a startup to a trusted cybersecurity player. So we specialize in delivering complete IMS solutions like infrastructure, management, and security. And what sets us apart from everyone, like our unwavering commitment to every client and to every project we take on. So you name it and we do it. And so that we take in pride in having 50 plus trained and certified engineers on board. So who ensure every deployment runs flawlessly. So when it's comes to the customer is always our king. So 100% customer first approaches is our first thing. Plus, with strong footprints across Chennai, Bangalore, Mumbai, and Noida, so we are just a step away with our clients, and we are expanding our footpath across India so that we will let you know about that in future. So when it's come to your service, our services are designed to accept organization to end, handle and everything from core infrastructure, IT setup, managed services, and cloud deployments. And we don't just stop here; we also provide dedicated SOC and NOC centers and provide VAPT solutions. And so that in cybersecurity is the heart of what we do. We offer advanced solutions like XDR, MDR, DLP, WAF solutions, SD-WAN, and also we monitor the dark web and secure the networks through SASE and MDM, UEM to protect your organization endpoints. So so our expertise like span across like manufacturing, banking, healthcare, education, public sector, logistics, and many more. So each project, so every project gives a customizing approach to maximize our relevance impact. So as I wrap up now, I want to leave you with this. If you're looking for to secure and scale your businesses, we are here to partner with you on every step of the way. Whether it's an infra, cybersecurity, or managed services, Liatech has the expertise to deliver impactful solutions tailored to your needs. So that I will just hand over to you, Nitya. Will take care from to let you know what about WAF here. Nitya, over to you.
Yeah. Thanks, Rahul. Hey, team, good afternoon. Hello, a big hello and good afternoon. This is Nitya Kumar speaking. So from Indusface. So I drive the sales function for Indusface, like Nutan introduced me to all of you all. So what we will be covering today is we will be talking about a topic called autonomous vulnerability remediation. The topic looks very exciting. And what makes it more exciting is that, below this topic, we have written that, we are going to secure web and API apps instantly. So now you all must be wondering how Indusface can do it instantly. So it's a wonderful, exciting story. Stay with me, sit back, and you can listen and also enjoy this presentation. And also learn how Indusface is helping customers worldwide remediate vulnerabilities automatically. within a short span of time. So with that said, before I jump into the technical part of this presentation, I would like to take a few minutes to introduce Indusface as an organization, because some of you might not have heard of Indusface earlier. So in their interest, I would like to talk about Indusface a bit. So what we do, we secure web apps and API apps. This is what we do, and this is what we do for a living. And we do this very well. And we have been doing this from past 20 plus years. One thing I would like to make sure to communicate is that we are not a startup organization, because any new names that we come across, the human tendency is that we think that it's a startup. Maybe it has come up yesterday or a year ago or two years ago. No, Indusface is in the cybersecurity industry for 2 decades now. We carry a very rich experience in the market, and we continue to be here, and we are here to stay. I would like to say that. And what we offer is AI-powered security for web and API apps. We are a 100% Make in India organization. I'm sure many of you all will be excited to hear this, because we are receiving a humongous support from customers in India as a part of the Digital India campaign and also Make in India campaign. We are a 100% Make in India organization, but we are Make for the world. Isn't that exciting? So why I say this is because while we are headquartered here in Vadodara, Gujarat, and we have our sales offices all across India in the metro cities, we have our customer presence. We have our footprint in the UAE market, Middle East, and also in the US now. We are gradually penetrating into the US market also. So we are proud to say that, Indusface is Make in India and also Make for the world. So from a customer standpoint, you can see on the slide here, we have close to 6,000 customers as of today and counting. And we are present in 95 plus countries across the globe. I also mentioned the geographies, like, we are penetrating into the UAE and the US market as well. And we are fast growing, and we have seen a 60% growth in terms of financials ending March 2025. And we look to double this in the coming years. And we are being funded by Tata Capital and many others. So we have a very strong foundation, and we are here to stay. So moving ahead, what does Indusface has as a solution portfolio? I spoke about as an organization, what do we have to offer to customers? So as I said, we only do application protection and web API protection. So we carry a very simple solution portfolio. We categorize this as a 3-pillar solution portfolio. You can see on the screen here. So the first pillar is the AppTrana WAP, web application and API protection. So this is our flagship offering, which we have been doing this from past 10 to 12 years. And the second pillar is the Indusface WAS, web application scanning. So just to share with you all, the Indusface started as an organization, as a WAS organization. We built our own scanner, vulnerability scanner. And even today, we have not dropped that. We have secured that. While we have our WAS offering on one hand, we built our WAF tool, web application firewall tool, on the other hand, and we made sure that, we tightly integrated our scanner in our WAF tool. So this makes us very unique in the industry, and our offering also unique in the industry compared to other WAP vendors. So the third pillar is SSL certificates. This is very simple. So as you all know that, any application would need SSL certificates. We basically resell SSL certificates from Entrust. So this is a simple 3-pillar portfolio that we carry. Now, we being in the industry for such a long, so who all have identified or who all have recognized us as a leader in the application security space? So we have been recognized by Forrester, GigaOM, and also the biggest highlight is Gartner Peer Insights Customer Choice Award. So I'm proud to say that, we are in the leaders category in this report for 3 years in a row. So while we are recognized by industry leading analysts, you can see the compliances and certifications that we follow on the bottom side of this slide. So we being in the cybersecurity and the application security space, it becomes imperative that, we certify to all the compliance needs. You will see that, we are ISO 27001 certified, GDPR from a EMEA geography, SOC 2, PCI DSS for a banking industry, and also certain certified. So certain certified, as you all know, you will be knowing that, it's a mandate that, if we are doing any cybersecurity activity, we have to be certain certified. So we are empaneled and a certified vendor. So moving ahead. So I said we are in this industry for 20 plus years. So the obvious question would be, which are the verticals that we are serving? So we are also proud to say that, we being in this industry for 20 plus years, we have made inroads and we have penetrated into all the industry verticals in the market today. So you will see that, starting from BFSI to insurance, to healthcare, retail, you name the vertical, we are there. And these are the logos that it's a partial list of the enterprises that we are already having as a clientele. And we also look forward to work with you all in the future and have your logo one day in this slide. Yeah. So moving ahead, some data on the Indusface research. We have a research team when it comes to application security, which continuously does research on application security, the threat landscape. So you will see that, so some of the highlights from the research that we have done, we are day in, day out, we all see and hear that, there was an attack, there was a breach, and, this was compromised. So we have seen that, the issue being a weak link or a vulnerability. So we all know the business challenge. So our research has proved that, it is increasing day by day or a quarter by quarter. So while we know what is the issue in hand. So with that said, I would like to quickly jump to the agenda for the coming slides, what I will be covering from a technical standpoint. So I will be sharing with you how the vulnerability landscape is looking like when it comes to applications as of today. The second topic I would like to cover is fatigue, the challenge of vulnerability fatigue that the security teams are going through, and what are the kind of pressure the security teams are going through in terms of balancing the DevOps team demand on one hand. On the other hand, how do I comply to the compliance needs from regulators in the industry? The last but not least, we come to the solution part. How Indusface can help organizations like you to remediate vulnerabilities automatically. So with this simple agenda, let me move ahead. So I'm sure you all will agree with me that, more and more applications an organization has, it can be 5 or 50 or 500, it will lead to more vulnerabilities. It's like, if I have to give a real life analogy, if I have one bike and one car, I have to maintain and manage the maintenance of these vehicles every 6 months or every year. The same thing, if I have two bikes and two cars, the complexity or the maintenance will just double. So it's as simple as that. So more applications means more vulnerabilities. To substantiate this, our Indusface research has proven or come out with an alarming data that you can see on the screen that we saw 26,000 open vulnerabilities in 1,400 applications in 2024. Isn't this alarming? So that means these many organizations were prone to attacks. So this is alarming. And also on the right-hand side, you will see that, organizations of the size of Fortune 500 saw over 450 critical vulnerabilities in a year. That's the average that we are seeing. And this is proven by our research team. So this is the biggest challenge that we all are facing, and I'm sure you will agree with me. So this is a challenge in hand. So let's look at some more data when it comes to vulnerabilities. So what is vulnerability fatigue? Like we all go through physical fatigue. Like if I run a 5K marathon or a 10K marathon, we go through physical fatigue. So I will be sweating. So similarly, vulnerability fatigue is, when your security team goes through a lot of churn and, they don't know which vulnerabilities to attend to and which vulnerabilities to ignore because, it's overwhelming. They don't know, and they're going through a lot of fatigue. You can check with your applications team. We talk to security teams day in and day out. The biggest challenge that the CISO is sharing with us is that they tell me, Nitya, one of the biggest challenges my team is going through fatigue. And because of fatigue, the iteration levels have increased. How can Indusface help me mitigate this challenge? So this is one of the biggest challenges that we have come across with CISOs. And from a number perspective, from statistics, you'll see that 32% vulnerabilities are open for 180 plus days. This is the average number that we have got. Isn't this huge? Isn't this alarming? 32% are open for more than 180 days. That means you're keeping it open and you're vulnerable to breaches. Now, you might ask, why is that, Nitya? It is taking 180 plus days to patch. The security team comes with their own reasons, a long list of reasons. I've mentioned 4 of them here. There could be much more than this. More and more third-party tools and open source libraries. We are not able to identify the source of vulnerability. We are not able to fix it because there are many third-party tools which are not compatible. And a lot of systems today, a lot of applications are legacy applications. So vulnerabilities cannot be fixed so easily. And to add to this complexity, zero-day vulnerabilities. We all know that zero-day threats is a big challenge and a headache for all the security team and security leaders. So it is adding to the complexity. So how much ever I fix, so with zero-day vulnerabilities, the fatigue is only going to increase. And also we have seen that the tendency of the security team is to prioritize features of the tool over patching of vulnerabilities, and they take the backstage. So with that said, we have seen that vulnerabilities are open for more than 180 plus days, which is a big challenge. So how do we mitigate this? How can we address this? So let's look at that. So a little bit, if I have to elaborate, if you have to imagine, or if you have to envisage your security team in this slide, the three members of the security team sitting in between, they are kind of trying to balance between the developers in your organization, who are much demanding to bring in more and more third-party tools and libraries, and to create more and more assets, to build more and more APIs and applications, while they are doing it at a very rapid pace on one hand. On the other hand, you will see that you also are you also have to abide, or you are also binded to regulatory bodies like an RBI or a PCI DSS or a certain. Now, your security team sitting in between are overwhelmed. They cannot tell your developers to stop developing, right? That's a part of the organization growth. They need to keep developing tools and applications, and hence the vulnerabilities are increasing. And on the other hand, you have regulators. They are coming with a stick saying that, hey, are you compliant? How many vulnerabilities are open and for how many days? Why have you not fixed it? So your security team in between is overwhelmed with vulnerability fatigue. What do we do? Who can help and how can they help? So this is a big question. So this is where Indusface comes in. And we have come out with a cutting edge technology called SwyftComply in our AppTrana tool. So this is how we are helping customers with this tool to mitigate the challenge of vulnerability fatigue and to help your security team come out of vulnerability fatigue. So I'll talk about it more. So the solution is fast tracking the vulnerability remediation process from months. When I say 180 days, it is 3 months. And we are able to bring it to hours. The remediation process can be brought down to hours. How? Let us see. So we have introduced the functionality called SwyftComply. Why have we named this SwyftComply in the first place? Is that we help customers comply to their compliance needs swiftly. Swiftly is nothing but rapidly or quickly. That's why we have named this as SwyftComply. And this SwyftComply functionality, what does it do? What is the objective of this? Is to help you get a zero vulnerability report instantly, which is ready to give it to a regulator like an RBI or a PCI DSS. Isn't this exciting? So we commit to the customers that, once a SwyftComply request is received from at our end, we will be able to fix those vulnerabilities within 72 hours, and we'll be able to share a report with you, which is ready to be shared with the regulator, which is equivalent to safe to host certificates. So let us see how. So what is the process? You'll ask me, Nitya, what is the process? How does it happen? What is the architecture and what is the flow? So here is the flow. So what happens is the first step is we onboard an application on AppTrana WAP tool. So once we onboard an application, it runs a scan. As I told you, AppTrana tool has an inbuilt Indusface vulnerability scanner in it. So it starts scanning for vulnerabilities. It starts identifying or detecting vulnerabilities in your application. So once the vulnerabilities are detected, the immediate next step is, it will help patch these vulnerabilities virtually with a functionality called virtual patching. So no other vendor is able to offer this to customers. So for example, if there are 5 applications and after the scan, we see that there are, say, 20 vulnerabilities that are scanned and detected. So more often than not, what we have seen is 90 to 95% of the vulnerabilities can be fixed or can be virtually patched at our WAF level so that they are protected against exploitation from adversaries or attackers. But I would like to mention that there could be 5% of virtual vulnerabilities which we could not patch virtually at the WAF level. There, we will come back and highlight to you saying that, hey, Mr. Customer, we found 20 vulnerabilities. Out of that, 18 we are able to patch virtually at the WAF level. While they are protected, 2 vulnerabilities which we found, we are not able to fix it at the WAF level. Please work with your application team at the code level and fix it on top priority. That should be your priority. You can fix these 18 later, because I'm holding the fort for you, the 2 which I'm not able to fix should be top priority for you. And we will name those vulnerabilities and we'll give you the details of the 2 vulnerabilities. So that's how it happens. And then once you come back, once you fix that with the application team and communicate back to us saying that, hey, Nitya, hey, Indusface team, that we have fixed it, we run a revalidation. We run a rescan of the application again, just to make sure that all the vulnerabilities are fixed. Once that is done, we will be able to share a compliance-ready report with you with 0 vulnerabilities, and we commit all this to happen within 72 hours. This is a commitment from Indusface, and we have been delivering this to customers. We can take you to our customers for a reference call where they will tell you that, yes, this is achievable, and Indusface has helped us do this. So we can do it in your environment also as a POC, proof of concept, or a demo post this call. Moving ahead, you will ask me why Indusface. So I told you in the beginning that we are the only vendor in the AppSec space with a DAS scanner inbuilt in our WAP tool. No other WAP vendor has a DAS scanner inbuilt for vulnerabilities. They only protect from threats like a DDoS or a bot attack, which are external attacks. What about internal vulnerabilities? You need to fix those as well. So we at Indusface not only protect from external threats, we also detect vulnerabilities from in the applications inside and protect them. So you can look at Indusface as a 360-degree inside-out protection tool for your application landscape. That is one. Second, from a tool perspective. Second, we have a dedicated 24/7 managed services team which deploy virtual patches at the WAF level, as I said. So our team will work on your behalf. So you can look at Indusface as your extended arm, not as just a product vendor. We don't just deliver a server or a storage and go away. We don't know what you're doing with that. We don't know how you have configured, how you installed it. No. How it works at Indusface is, it's 100% managed services offering to you all when it comes to application security. When I onboard an application from you, I take total control of your application. Like it can be performance, it can be vulnerabilities, anything for that matter for your applications and APIs. So it's a managed service offering that we are providing and not as a product. So with these two combination, we are able to help the customers overcome vulnerabilities in less than 72 hours. Okay, so this slide is a very, very interesting slide. I would like to your 100% attention to this because this is the gist, or I would like to call this is like the most the bigger part of the juice of the story is in this slide, which gives you a complete picture of how our platform covers the entire life cycle of application and API protection. So ours is a platform solution. It's not a pointed product where we just address one use case. We offer this as a platform which covers the entire life cycle of your application and API protection. Now, if we have to take a step back, we have to know what we have to protect first. For example, if we take our personal lives, we all the house in which we live, if we do not know how many doors and how many windows our houses have, how can we protect? How can we cover them? If I know I have 2 doors and I have 6 windows, I will make arrangement to have shutters and doors and to protect them. It's as simple as that. So it's nothing but exposure management, right? So similarly, if I have to draw the same analogy in your organization, if you do not know which are the assets in your organization which are exposed to the internet, how will you protect it? So the question becomes discovery. How do I discover? This is one of the biggest challenge a CISO calls me out. He said, Nitya, can you give me 100% visibility of my IT assets in your organization? I said, yes, sir, I can do it. How? Because our tool has a discovery capability of your entire IT assets. So when I run a scan for application, it will go and detect all the subdomains and APIs under that parent domain. So it will give you a complete visibility of websites, subdomains, and mobile apps, APIs in your organization as a part of the discovery functionality. So this becomes a part of the exposure management. Which assets are exposed to the internet? Where are the risks? So this becomes a part of our exposure management in our platform. Then comes DNS records, again, which are vulnerable. So we offer DNS security as well as a part of exposure management. So as a continuation to discovery of assets, that's nothing but shadow IT. The other name of assets which are exposed or which are not visible is nothing but shadow IT. So automatically, Indusface platform addresses the challenge of shadow IT and also zombie APIs, which are no more required. So while this is the part of the exposure management, next comes the vulnerability management. I spoke about it in my previous slide. So our scanner is capable of scanning vulnerabilities in our application, especially the top priority for that would be to scan for OS top 10 and SANS 25 vulnerabilities, which are very critical. So with our Indusface scanner, we will be able to identify all these vulnerabilities, a part of the vulnerability management category of our platform. And we also offer pen testing as a service, manual pen testing as a service. Customers who prefer to do it as a part of their policy management and security policy management, we also do manual pen testing. So while this automatic service becomes as a PT as a service, we also do manual pen testing. So you will be able to receive comprehensive reports featuring only verified risk prioritized vulnerabilities. As I said, we will be able to share reports with you which are ready to give it to the regulators. And last but not least, autonomous remediation. Like I told you, virtual patching is our biggest USP, unique selling point. With our virtual patching functionality, we are able to protect 90 to 95% of the vulnerabilities in your organization at the WAF level. So we secure every digital entry point. It could be a WAF or an API. Okay. Another point I would like to highlight is that from an availability standpoint, you will ask me, Nitya, while we onboard your applications, what about availability and performance? I would like to share with you that our Indusface AppTrana platform is hosted on AWS cloud in a DCDR architecture, active passive cluster architecture. So there is no question of downtime at all. We give it in writing to all our customers that we ensure that we provide 100% availability to your web apps and APIs because we are leveraging all the cloud functionalities of AWS. So it's like you can look at it as a WAF as a service. It's a 100% cloud-based SaaS offering. One. Second, I spoke about how we protect applications from external threats like DDoS. While there could be some vendors who will be talking to you or you will be talking to other vendors, I want to highlight that some of the vendors charge you for the amount of DDoS that they mitigate. So in our case, it is unmetered behavioral DDoS protection. What I mean to say is that irrespective of the volume of the DDoS attack that you encounter, we don't charge you for any volume of DDoS. We will charge you only for the clean traffic that passes through our WAF tool, which is AppTrana. And we will not charge you for the DDoS volumetric attack that you are going through or a bot mitigation. So with that said, and also it comes with a built-in CDN functionality, content delivery network. We are partnered with Tata CDN, which will help you, cache your images or videos in your application to enhance performance. All these comes free of cost. Whatever I spoke about, it's not an add-on or it's not a chargeable feature or a functionality. It's all part of our AppTrana WAP platform, starting from the attack surface management to DNS to penetration testing, vulnerability management, and to protection. And last but not least, our managed services team keep monitoring and managing your applications 24/7 to find the performance, to see the traffic pattern. Are there any anomalies? Is there any DDoS attack? And we do quarterly cadence with your team just to make sure that we both are in sync, Indusface and you are in sync when it comes to your application security. So it's like we act as an extended arm of your application security completely. So with that said, I would like to pause here with whatever I said and with whatever you understood. Please tell us that if you would like to have a demo or a POC for our AppTrana tool. I will take a pause here. I'll give you maybe 30 seconds to choose for either yes or no.
So there's a poll which is blinking on the screen. I suppose anybody can just go say yes or no. Nitya excellently explained the entire process of how we can help app security perfectly stepwise, I can say. Wonderfully represented, Nitya. So I'm sure there'll be a lot of questions. So we also have a Q&A on the screen. If you can just see Q&A where you can type your questions, and we will have Nitya answering or replying you immediately right now. So go ahead, type your questions. We can answer it. So Nitya, I really like the way the representation was, the way you started with saying that instantly we can do it. That was amazing. I mean, I really appreciate. There could be a lot of people thinking how instantly we can do it, and the way it was, the flow was about. And I'm really being proud to be part of Indusface because we been Make in India. The slide which you showed, we globally our customer are using it. It is really a proud moment when we show that slide. I'm sure there'll be a lot of people who want to understand and also would like to demonstrate with one of their application. And this will be a free trial for you. So if you need it, you still have that poll open. Please click on to say yes. We will get in touch with you. Probably we or even LiarTech team can come back to you, and we can organize a demo, which would be a free demo for you. You can understand the flow what Nitya has given, and you really can make the difference that whatever he is represented, I'm sure that all things can be possible with the technology what we are talking about. So AppTrana can give you all those things. So wonderful. I hope there is questions. No, there's no questions right now. We would give maybe 2-3 minutes more and see. Otherwise, we can conclude. So Nitya, your presentation was so good that there is no clarification, I suppose. But then, there is a request. But then there is a request for demo. I'm sure. I feel that. So we should go back to.
Nutan, I can see there is a 83.3% have said yes.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. The representation was excellently well. There is no questions. But then, yes, they want to actually feel the product. So they have requested for demo. We'll get back to them. So
maybe they're saying, Nitya, whatever you said is fine. It all sounds good. Can you show it in our environment? That's good. We're more than keen. We are not just saying it, sir. We will prove it in your organization environment.
True. So I don't see the questions coming in. I hope we should wind it up.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thanks a lot.
Yeah.
Thanks a lot, team. Bye-bye.
Thank you, Rahul, for being part of the discussion. Thank you to the entire customer base who have been there. We'll get in touch with those who have requested for the POC, and probably if you want, those who have not requested, you can get back to LiarTech and call us to meet you. We'll come back and, there is one question.
Yeah.
So the question is from Swaminath. What kind of tool or how we find API which are vulnerable? Is a question.
Okay. So let me answer it from my side, and maybe we can give more details when we do the POC and demo. So how do we detect vulnerabilities? So we rely on multiple tools. We rely on multiple tools. One is our Indusface own scanner, and we also rely on open source tools like a burp suite, or we have a suite. We have multiple tools that we rely on. We make sure that we do the right mix and match of tools to make sure that we identify or detect each and every vulnerability in an application, so that we don't leave out even one, because every single vulnerability is a weak link in your application, right? And that can be exploited in minutes by adversaries. So to answer your question, it's a combination of Indusface self-developed scanner and a suite of third-party tools like burpsuite and many other tools, Swami.
Great. So do we need to wait? We'll wait, I suppose. So we'll wait for a few more, probably a couple of minutes. So you're getting an appreciation from a lot of them.
Nice to see that. I think, Nutan, we should allow LiarTech team to reach out to each of the member post this call, and also gather the feedback, questions, and address them one by one from our side along with LiarTech. Let's do that, I think.
Perfect. We will also be sending the recording, which has been already recorded. So probably the mail will go to each one of you, and we'll connect back with you if needed. Thank you so much.
Yeah. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Nitya. Thank you, Nitya.
Thanks. Bye.